Before Jana Duggar tied the knot with husband Stephen Wisman on August 15, she worried that she might never find the one. Jana Duggar is getting candid about her fears of never finding the right person before she tied the knot with her new husband Stephen Wisman. In an exclusive interview with People, the former Counting On star, 34, opened up about her relationship with Wisman, 31, who she married in a classic, elegant ceremony on Thursday, August 15, in Prairie Grove, Arkansas. The couple first connected through their large families who have been longtime friends. They dated briefly a few years ago before going their separate ways. Despite breaking things off, Jenna says she and Wisman remained in touch and talked to each other on and off over the years. Jenna's brother, Jeremiah Duggar, is married Wisman's sister, Hannah. It wasn't until earlier this year when they reconnected again and fell in love. It was like, what are we doing? We still enjoy each other. We still really appreciate each other, she recalls. Wisman popped the question on June 15. Over the years, Jenna, who is the eldest daughter of Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle Duggar, says she worried that getting married might not be in the cards for her. I think as I got older, it definitely came on more and more, and it felt like, okay, this isn't happening. Let me figure out something else. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing something else, she says. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what PUPLE has to offer. From juicy celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. Part of that, something else, included going to college. Last year, Jenna enrolled in nursing school. That's been another interest of mine. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this is more of the calling that I would be doing. And let me just pour myself into something, she adds. Over the years, Jenna says she dated around, but nothing ever materialized. I'm just like, what is it? Is it me? Do I have a problem? Then during her second semester of nursing school, she reconnected with Wisman. I had been a slower mover on it, but just over time, his character, his coming back, still loving me no matter what, she says. I know we have a big crazy family and still kind of putting up with a lot of things. I'm like, my goodness, there are not too many people that do that. He must really, genuinely care about me. The journey to marriage, she adds, looks different for everyone. I know I've prayed for this for years and years, and yeah, definitely been like, what's the matter? Why can't I just? All of my siblings, most of them have been married in their early 20s, Jenna says, noting that she is by far the oldest of her siblings to get married. And while she says the journey has been disheartening at times, it's also had its upsides. I've been able to connect with so many of my other siblings or friends, or do things that a lot of married people have not been able to do as they've gotten married young, she says. I've tried to look at the positive, yet you long for that person, that someone that you can spend life with. It has been hard, but it has been good, and God's taught me a lot through it all. Jana adds, I haven't always understood what the bigger picture is, but I know that God knows what is best for all of us. And so for me, it's getting married later, she says. Each of our stories will be written differently. If we were all the exact same, it would be a boring life. So I think it's neat how God orchestrates. Now the newlyweds are excited about starting their next chapter together as they move to Nebraska. Just doing life together with Stephen and being together, says Jana. It's been a challenge being long distance, so I think just being together, being able to just have someone that you do everyday life. It's a sweet time that I've hoped for and wanted for a while. Jana Duggar, the eldest daughter of the famously conservative Duggar family, has long been in the public eye, not only because of her family's reality show, 19 Kids and Counting, but also due to her status as a single woman well into adulthood in a family where marriage is often seen as the ultimate milestone. In a recent exclusive interview, Jenna opened up about the emotional toll that not marrying sooner has had on her, candidly sharing the struggles she has faced with feelings of self-doubt, disappointment, and societal pressure. Jana, now in her mid-30s, has spent much of her adult life helping to raise her younger siblings, taking on a parental role in the Duggar household. Despite the attention and admiration she has received from fans for her nurturing personality and hard work, the subject of her single status has remained a frequent topic of discussion among Duggar watchers and critics alike. In the latest chapter of her life, Jana has begun to address the questions that have long surrounded her. Why hasn't she married yet? And more personally, what does it mean for her? Is it me? Do I have a problem? In the emotional interview, Jana admitted that there have been moments in her life when she struggled with feelings of inadequacy. It was disheartening at times, she confessed, describing the emotional toll of feeling left behind as her younger siblings entered relationships and started families of their own. I would look around and think, is it me? Do I have a problem? It's hard not to compare yourself to others when you're surrounded by so much love and family, but your own path hasn't led to marriage yet. For many years, Jana has been the subject of online speculation, with fans wondering why she remained single when marriage was considered one of the most important aspects of life in the Duggar family. Growing up in a family where courtship was prioritized, Jenna's status as an unmarried woman raised eyebrows. The Duggars are known for their strong Christian beliefs, and for women, marriage is often seen as the next natural step in life after reaching adulthood. But Jenna's situation is different. Unlike many of her siblings, Jana never entered into a courtship, something that in the Duggar world is a highly formalized, publicly scrutinized process that leads to marriage. In an environment where familial expectations run high, Jana found herself continually questioning whether something was wrong with her. I spent a lot of time wondering if I was doing something wrong or if I was just not enough, she shared. I think a lot of single women can relate to that feeling. You see everyone around you getting married and starting families, and it's easy to question your worth or wonder if something about you is broken. The pressure to conform to expectations. For many in the Duggar family, getting married young is seen as a rite of passage. The Duggars have long espoused the importance of courtship and traditional gender roles, where the woman's primary role is often seen as that of wife and mother. The expectation is that by the time a woman reaches her 20s, she should have already found a partner and begun the process of building her own family. But Jana, always the responsible one, had other priorities. She became a surrogate mother to her younger siblings, helping her mother Michelle manage the household, cooking meals, and running errands. As the eldest daughter, Jana was expected to take on a significant role in the family, often sacrificing her own desires and dreams to care for the younger children. For Jana, this sense of responsibility, while fulfilling, became complicated when it collided with the pressure to marry. I love my family and I love being there for them, but there are moments when I feel like I've missed out on things too. I want to experience my own life, my own relationship, and to feel like I am in control of my future. Jana's situation became a source of intense public scrutiny. Fans of the Duggar family began to speculate. Why hadn't Jana found someone yet? Was she waiting for the perfect match? Was she not allowed to date or court on her own terms? Some speculated that there may be a deeper reason for her single status, with theories ranging from her being too picky to questioning her level of attraction to men, or even speculating about her sexuality. I've seen all the rumors and all the comments, she said with a chuckle, though the weariness in her voice was clear. It's not easy to deal with, but I've had to remind myself that everyone's journey is different. Just because my journey doesn't look like someone else's doesn't mean I'm doing something wrong. The desire for personal fulfillment. Throughout the interview, it was clear that Jana had spent a lot of time reflecting on her life's direction and the desires that had remained unfulfilled for so long. Though she had long dedicated herself to her family, there was also a yearning for a personal connection, a relationship built on mutual respect, love, and partnership. She also reflected on how her experiences have made her more self-aware, more in touch with what she wants out of a future partner. "I've learned a lot about myself in these years of waiting," Jana explained. "I've learned that I don't need someone to complete me, but I do want someone who is a true partner. I want someone who shares my values, but who also values me as an individual. That's something I think a lot of women want. We want to be seen for who we are, not just for what we can offer in terms of family or roles." Jana expressed that while the pressure to marry sooner can sometimes feel overwhelming, she was not willing to settle for a relationship that didn't meet her needs or align with her values. "I don't believe in rushing something just because it's expected," she said. "I'd rather wait for the right person than settle for the wrong one." Moving forward, a new perspective on life. Jana's journey is a testament to the complicated nature of modern life, especially for someone raised in an environment where tradition and expectations shaped much of her worldview. While her path to marriage has been different from that of many of her siblings, she now embraces the opportunity to build her own future in a way that feels authentic to her. "I'm at a place now where I'm really embracing the journey, even if it's taken longer than I thought. I'm learning to trust that my story is unfolding the way it's supposed to," she reflected with a sense of peace. "And who knows what the future holds? Maybe there's someone out there for me, and if not, I'm okay with that too." Jana Duggar's open reflections on her singlehood are a reminder that everyone's journey is unique, and that self-worth is not defined by meeting societal expectations. As she continues to navigate life on her own terms, Jana's story may inspire others to embrace their own paths, free from the pressure to conform to others' timelines or ideals.